Okay, brilliant. So with your domain name all set up, you should be looking at a screen that looks something like this, because this is the TMD hosting area. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff here that we don't need to worry about. I'll just draw your attention though to the billing. Okay, so if you're looking for the thing that you just paid for, you're going to find it in there. But otherwise, all we need to do is to go up to services and click on My Services. And then here what you'll find, I've got a few products in here. As you can see, you'll probably just have the one, or you should just have the one. And I just want you to find your product and just simply click on Manage Product, the button over there on the right hand side. And then from here, we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for this button here, the cPanel. Okay. Now, we're about to install WordPress. If you don't know anything about WordPress, WordPress is, the most used piece of software in the world to create websites. I don't know how many websites have been used by WordPress to create them, but we're talking probably in the millions, the tens of millions. So I want you to absolutely rest assured that this is a very, very good product. So at this point, all I need to do is to click on the cPanel button. And what you're going to see is all these millions of icons popping up, okay? Don't worry about any of them. Just scroll down towards the bottom of the page, and you will find in this Softoculous, if that's the right way of saying it, Apps Installer, you should see this WordPress icon, okay, where I'm circling my mouse here. If you don't see it, use these arrows on the left or the right, and you'll find it in amongst some of these other ones, okay? But typically it's the very first one. Now I want you to click on WordPress, and I want you to click on Install Now. Now all that's left to do is to fill in this very basic form. Now in terms of the protocol, at this point I want you just to choose HTTP. Alright? You've got your domain. Now I've got several domains in here, so I need to choose the one that I've just registered, but you've only got one, so you should probably only have one in that drop down list box. But nevertheless, make sure you've got that domain that you just registered. So for me, timefliesfitness.com. And then what I want you to do is to take out this WP. Alright? Now, for the rest of it, for the site name, I suggest you put in my case, Time Flies Fitness, and just duplicate it again for the site description. We don't have to get too worried about that sort of thing right now. Now, we do have to create a username and a password in order to access WordPress later on, so we can go in and build our site out. You'll see how this all works. It's very, very cool. So I'm going to leave the username as admin, and I will choose a password. Okay, so a nice strong password, and my admin email I can leave as is. Now all I want to do now is scroll down. I would leave the language as English, scroll down to the bottom where the only thing left to do is to click on the install button. Alright, so click on install, and it'll take a little moment to build this software out. But once it's done, you will see exactly this. Congratulations, the software was installed successfully. Now there's just one last thing that I want you to do to finish off this lecture. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger so that you can see it more easily. And what I want you to do is to go to this administrative URL, okay? Don't worry if you're not sure what that means. I'm going to explain absolutely everything as we go through the course, okay? So don't panic by any means. Now, in order to access this, the best way to do this, because sometimes it doesn't quite work, is just to highlight it like I've done there, do a right mouse click, do a copy, okay? Open up a new tab, and then paste it in, and then just hit return. And that is going to take you to a login page. Alright, and we're going to pick this up in the next lecture when I give you a nice tour of WordPress. You're going to see exactly what this is all about. But what I want you to do right now is to bookmark this page. Okay, we're going to come back to it any minute. And that username or email address and the password are exactly what we just created no more than a few seconds ago prior to the installation of WordPress. So I hope you wrote those down, because you're going to need them now to log into your WordPress backend. Okay, great stuff. I'm going to see you in the next lecture.